I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I don't know where to start with this one today. Um, I'm absolutely livid. Not just because of the result, but the expectation all week. I've been so confident that we can get a result away at Anfield. I've watched their first two games. They've conceded 4 goals, looking leaky at the back, and Mikel Haram, yeah, that's who it is, sets up with 3 holding midfielders, and from that point, I knew we weren't getting anything from this game. I'm just so gutted. Yes, we technically lost the game because of a worldie, but that's no excuse in the performance. The performance was shocking from both teams, if you ask me. Liverpool didn't even get out of second gear. But this Nancy manager is just too scared. He's too scared to win games of football like this. This was the opportunity to lay down a marker against Liverpool, our supposed, title contenders. And we put in a performance like that. I mean, I'm actually disgusted. I cannot believe. Well, in fact, saying that, I do believe it because, again, it's just the same old with this fucking football club and this manager. You can run down my throat and say, oh, well, it's the third game. What's with the panic? Nah, it's not just 3 games. It's 5 sodden years. We're going into our 6th year without winning anything. And it's just the same. It's the same shit I've been watching over the last 18 months. I'm just sick of it. I really am. 3 holding midfielders. 3. Marino. I'm not saying, right, he had a terrible game, but he's so ineffective in games like this. Yes, he scored against Liverpool in the last 2 games or whatever. Cool, well done. But in a game where you've got all of that creativity and you leave it all on the fucking bench, mate. Oh my God. Come on. It's absolutely unbelievable. And I hear fans defending it. Like, oh, well, Newcastle went with Tonali, Joelinton, Guimaraes. Bro, there you've got Tonali and Guimaraes, and then you've got Mikel Merino, a bang average footballer, at best in midfield. He's not the same calibre as a Tonali or a Bruno Guimaraes. Yes, he's gone for more physicality, but when you've got creativity on the bench, even if you don't want to use the likes of, Eze, then you've got Ethan on the bench. You've got Dalman who can do a fine job. But if you don't want to risk, the youth and the fact it's a big game, cool. Abire Eze has been training for Arsenal all week. He's had a full pre-season. You splashed £68 million on the geezer. And then you don't bring him on until the 70th minute, man. Why wait so late? I don't get it. And look, Martinelli, don't get me started. He needs to be flogged. Because the only reason this guy is still starting football matches is because of his defensive work rate. It's the same reasoning for Odegaard as well, why he got brought on today. I mean, the guy's shoulder's hanging off, for God's sake, and you're bringing him on. Why can't you just go for Eze in the 10 and then bring on, I don't know, a Dalman on the right and then move Madueke out on the left, because Madueke looked decent today. He was arguably our best attacker. He was trying to make things happen. And so far, what I've seen from Madueke, he's not actually been too bad. Yes, he's not scored. Yes, he's not assisted. But he's looked decent. He's looked dangerous every time he's got the ball. And he gives Dalman 2 sodding minutes. Well, 7 minutes if you include bloody stoppage time. But 2 sodding minutes you give him. He's a kid. We're throwing on a 15-year-old to try and salvage a point, for crying out loud. Come on. Gyökeres, I know fans, not Arsenal fans particularly, but rival fans, I mean, they'll have a field day with Gyökeres today. But please tell me, look at that lineup and tell me what you expect Gyökeres to do. He's got 3 holding midfielders. You didn't need Marino in there. You've got a double pivot in Zubimendi and Rice. We played exactly the same way against Bournemouth last season. We set out with Marino, Thomas Partey and Declan Rice. Them 3 started against Bournemouth. Guess what? We lost. And we set out, apart from Zubimendi, pretty much the same template. This manager doesn't learn. He doesn't learn. Jesus, I know you want protection in the midfield, but as I said, you've got 2 defensive midfielders already. All it takes is to play a double pivot, and you had that. And then creativity, whether that be in Eze, whether that be in Waneri, whoever. Just stick a creative midfielder in. Bro, you don't even need career mode. You don't even need career mode to pick a selection. And don't tell me Eze isn't ready and the fact, we need to ease him in. Bollocks. He's Prem proven and he's been traded all week. I think it is bro. It's criminal. It's criminal not to start Eze for today. And even if you want to ease him in, then play Ethan in that position. The guy's an adult. He can do a job. We looked better last week when Ethan was on the pitch. Why? Why didn't Ethan get any minutes? Once again, I'm actually done. That, for me, is an appointment at Alan Sugar's boardroom. Worse, probably a transfer to Villarreal. Because, bro, I'm telling you, 3 older midfielders, that shouldn't be happening. You play creativity. You play with a double pivot for that extra protection. That game was there to be won. And, yeah. We didn't go for the kill. We didn't smell blood. And we never do. We never do in these sort of games. We're too scared. The manager's too scared, in fact. I mean, don't tell me this team cannot win at least a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup. You've got Raya in goal. You've got Timber at right back. Best right back in the league. And then you've got arguably the best centre-back pairing in world football in Saliba and Gabriel. And then you've got Calafiori, £40 million left back. But you've got Lewis Skelly in there as well. And you've got Zubimendi. Then you've got Declan Rice. You've got Erdegaard in there. You've got Eze. You've got Saka, who I know didn't play today, but you've got Saka in that squad. You've got Martinelli, who's been, less of the better about him in the last 2 years, but still, promising talent. And they've got Gyökeres. Don't tell me that team can't win a flipping trophy. It's more than good enough to win at least a Carabao Cup. If you can't win the league, then win one of the domestic competitions. At least you're still winning. Sick of it. I'm sick of it. Arteta, release the shackles or winning fuck all again. It's plain simple. Because if you don't release the shackles, then honestly, we're just going to be watching the same dross week in, week out. No creativity, and we're just going to rely on set pieces. Right? If you're going to rely on set pieces, at least win the game. At least win the game. But if you don't, if that is your only solution, then you're an embarrassment. You are an absolute embarrassment. And I don't want to hear him in his post-match interview coming out with, oh, margins, guys. Fuck off. Honestly, that's really wound me up. I'm not playing games this season, trust me. If you don't flipping succeed, I dare him not to flipping succeed. Oh my days, there's another thing coming. But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Of course, Saliba, injured. Brilliant. After 4 minutes. I mean, why is that the case, bro? Why is he getting injured inside 4 minutes already? If that's the case, why is he flipping starting? There's no way he can get injured inside 4 minutes. Especially when he's going up for a duel as well. Like, that's not... Guys, I'm done. I could go on all day. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Safe.